All right, in this video, I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to move around in Photoshop, okay, because sometimes you can get lost, okay, as you're doing stuff. So I have a new document here. I'm going to go ahead and make a new layer. Command Shift N. Let's call it paint because I'll put some paint on it. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and paint a little bit. Okay. So let's suppose like I'm actually doing like a real painting, okay, and I want to zoom in on an area and work on it, okay, because I want to go ahead and make my brush smaller, which remember your brush tool is up at the top here. You can pull your size up and down. You can also use the bracket keys, left bracket, right bracket, to grow and shrink your brush. So I want to zoom in to a specific area because I want to do a lot of detail. Okay, there are multiple ways you can do this. One is Z is your zoom tool. Okay, you probably have it set by default to scrub, which means if you click and drag to the right, you zoom in, and if you click and drag to the left, you zoom out. Okay, all the way down to all the way there, and all the way in. Okay, that's totally fine. You can do that however you want. Once you're at this size, okay, if you wanted to move around, you can either click and drag on your scroll bars, okay, or you can use your hand tool, which if you click on that, and then it can grab and you can pan to different parts of the image. Okay, there is a keyboard shortcut for the pan tool. So let's say I'm using my brush. If you hold down your space bar, that will give you, okay, the hand tool, so you can click and pan. And that's really helpful because it's kind of a pain to zoom in between the two. So let's suppose I start putting some lines in, okay, and then I want to move down here. Hold down the space bar, click and drag, and it will pan in. Okay. Now let's suppose you're all the way in here, okay, and you want to zoom back out. You can click on your zoom tool. You can use Z to do for the keyboard shortcut. Command or Control with plus and minus, step in and step out of your image. Okay. Now, if you want to see everything at the same time, Command or Control plus 0 resets your view. Okay. So that's really, really helpful because sometimes you're in an image somewhere and you're messing with things, right? And instead of spending all the time of zooming back out, right, and then moving it around, Command 0 resets everything, puts it right in the middle. Okay. So again, Z is your zoom, scrub in and out. Okay, Control minus, Control plus, or Command if you're on the Mac. Do it in steps. Okay. Your space bar is used as your hand tool, so you can click and grab and move things around, or you can use the hand tool itself. Okay, and Command or Control 0 resets. Now the last thing I'll say about the hand tool is if you are working in Photoshop and sometimes you accidentally, because you have a tool selected, so I may be like moving stuff around and then I don't hit the space bar and oops, I made a mistake. Okay, this is the time where it's useful to have the hand tool because the hand tool cannot alter. It doesn't have any editing capability whatsoever. So it can't mess stuff up. It can't change things around. So that's a useful thing to know and have. All right.